Okay, first of all, I want you just sitting down on the floor on your bum, and you're going to just let your legs drop down to the side. One knee should be pointing about straight ahead and the other knee out to the side. Both hands down on the floor, and you're just gonna roll your hips over and roll the legs over. You just wanna open up and loosen up the hips at the moment. Okay, now all the way through this routine, I want you to really focus on your breathing, okay? Nice deep breaths in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Just roll those hips over, side to side. And one more on each side. Right, now I'm going to shift around to the side for you. Still sitting on your bum. You're going to prop yourself up on your hands and we're going to rock forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. And again, focus on the breathing. If you want to get a little adventurous, you can start to stretch it out a little bit more and straighten out the legs. But again, with all of these movements, you do whatever you are capable of. Don't push it too hard. You know, if it's becoming too uncomfortable, just stop or just limit your movement. And then we're going to move into driving the hips up. Same movement and then drive the hips up. If you can, straighten those legs right out and then drive the hips right up. One more of those. Relax, good. We're going to stay in this position. Knees are tucked up, hands on the knees, and we're going to drive the chest up, shoulders back, and then we are going to stretch out, lean back and think, spread your shoulder blades across your back. Breathe in and out. In. One more of those. Really stretch out, spread those shoulder blades. Relax. Now we're going to chest up, shoulders back, nice tall posture. We're going to reach up and over and then back to center. Up and back. Keep that chest up nice and high. Up and back. One more. And keep that arm nice and straight and reach up and over as much as you can. Breathing all the way through. And one more. Now, we are going to roll back, roll forwards, reach up for the ceiling. Back. Reach up, stretch nice and high. Just stretch and reach as far as you possibly can. Good, and one more of those. We're gonna keep going through that movement, except this time we are going to reach down to the floor. Roll back. Reach past the feet if you can. One more of those. Beautiful. And just shake it out. Roll that neck out a little bit. And breathe. Now we're going to move up onto all fours. And we're just rocking backwards and forwards with this one as well. Good, just start to sink your bum a little bit back closer towards your heels as you go. Good. Good, and as we slowly get a little bit further down, then we'll sink back into child's pose. We'll hold that. Nice deep breaths. Take a big deep breath in, and on the exhale we will move into the cobra position. And exhale. Looking up towards the ceiling, keeping the hips down on the floor. I like to just roll the neck out in this position as well. Nice deep breaths. We're going to do the same thing on the way back. Big deep breath in and exhale back to child's pose. And then back up onto all fours. I want you to just turn your fingers in towards your body. Just lean back a little bit, stretch out those forearms. Just get a little bit of movement through the shoulders as well, just rocking side to side. Good. Excellent. Now we're going to tuck the toes under, sit your heel back towards your bum, just stretch out the soles of your feet, and back to flat. Toes under, back to flat. Toes under. We're going to stay here, we're going to hands down on the mat, on the floor. Drive the hips backwards. Knees back down. Drive the hips backwards. Knees back down. Drive the hips backwards. Then we're going to go all the way down to flat. We're going to go through that whole movement. Toes under, knees back. Hips back, I should say. Knees back down. Toes under. Toes under. Hips back. Down to flat. Under. Back. One more of those. Beautiful. Now we're going to go, keeping one knee on the floor, one leg goes out to the side, sit back. Hold that position, nice deep breaths. Three, two, one. To the other side. Leg out nice and straight, sit back into it. You should really feel that stretch out through the adductors there. That for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come to the side again. We're going to move up into a hip flexor stretch position, chest up nice and high, leaning into it. And then we're going to rock backwards. Feel that hamstring stretch. Hold that for a second. Back up, lean into it. Back down to the hamstring. And one more. Lean in, chest up nice and high, back to the hamstring, and swapping sides. We should feel this, stretch out the hip flexors here, chest up nice and high, and then we're rocking back to the hamstring, back up, and hamstring, and one more, and back down. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of a thoracic opener. We're here on all fours. One hand is going to thread the needle, come right down, shoulder down to the mat, and then you're going to rotate up towards the ceiling. Down to the mat, up to the ceiling. Mat. Nice deep breaths. One more. And rotate right up to the ceiling. And other side. And thread the needle, shoulder down to the mat. One more. Good. Good. One last one in this position. Gonna stretch out the chest, you're gonna lean, I should say reach right out in one direction, your head's gonna go in the other direction, and you're gonna lean your chest down to the mat, and you should feel that stretch out through your shoulder and through your chest. Holding that. Three, two, one, and other side. Three, two, one. Then we're just going to pop up into a squat position, if we can. And we're basically just going to drive the elbows into the insides of the legs and just push the knees out and just pulse. Push out and relax, push out and relax. Nice deep breaths. Three, two, one. You're gonna go hands down to the mat. Drive the hips up, try and straighten the legs out. Just go as far as you can, whatever you're comfortable with. Hips back down. Do one more of those. And then we're just going to bring the feet out again, whatever you're comfortable with. Even if you're right up here, that's absolutely fine. Just drive those feet out as far as you can get them. Hands down on the floor and just lean forward into it, whatever you're capable of. And if you feel like you can gently push out a little bit further, then by all means do so. Just going to hold that for a few seconds. And then we'll slowly bring the feet in, using your hands as support. Bring the feet together. We're going to stay in this position here. And I just want you to breathe now. On the exhale, you should be able to just drop down a little bit further towards your feet. So big breath in. And exhale. Just a little bit closer to the feet. And again. Trying to keep your feet your legs as straight as possible, I should say. One more breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to very slowly stand up. So there you go, that's just a quick little routine that you can do any time of the day, multiple times a day. Going to be really helpful for just freeing everything up, especially if you're sitting at your desk all day working. Can be hugely beneficial. And again, I really want to highlight how important it is to just really focus on the breath while you're doing it as well. This is going to be your breath work or your meditation for the day as well. Hope you enjoy.